is not for the faint of heart. You must be imaginative, strong-hearted. You must try things that may not work. And you must not let anyone define your limits because of where you come from. Your only limit is your soul. What I say is true. Anyone can cook, but only the fearless can be great.
How can a rat that cooks better than Gordon Ramsay make the best animated movie of all time? Well, I asked AI this and it gave me the plot too.
Ratatouille?
The music in this movie is absolutely top tier. I don't understand how new animation is so much worse than the old ones like Ratatouille and Toy Story. The storytelling in this movie is spectacular. They got me to feel something for a New York rat that broke into a restaurant and hijacked a dude. It starts out showing you Remy's family and the dynamics and how their family system works. Remy thinks all the food they eat tastes like trash, which it is. He comes up with these flavor combinations for them to try and ends up breaking into a house to try using other flavors. The old woman sees Remy and pulls out a whole shotgun and ends up blasting up her house. And they end up running away and Remy gets split up from the rest of the gang. Remy ends up seeing a sign for Gusteau's restaurant. Paris itself is spectacular and feels like it has a soul to it. Again, the music in this is legendary. Now, we get to see the restaurant and are introduced to our characters. All the chefs have their own personalities to them. They feel like real people that you would meet in real life. Linguini is a loser janitor who aspires to be more but doesn't have the talent to do so. He admires the work of the chefs and isn't allowed to cook because of the jealousy of the head chef. Linguini is Gusteau's grandson, which creates tension between the head chef and Linguini. Remy falls in through a window and tries to run but fixes a soup in the process. Linguini hides him and they begin to have a bond. What makes this movie so great is how it's so different in its art style and its storytelling. The restaurant and food makes experiences for people. Even though Linguini's relationship problems and the head chef trying to get him fired, it keeps the plot flowing smooth. There isn't a spot in this movie where I feel like it gets dry. There's real emotions and empathy between Linguini and Remy, where Linguini hates him and loves him. You feel like you're watching an art performance and not a film, at least for me. I personally love cooking, baking especially. I have my own little home bakery where I sell cookies to people. So maybe that's why I like this movie so much, because I can connect with it. When I worked at an actual restaurant, I used to do what Linguini did, and I felt so underappreciated. I was more qualified than anyone in there, but that didn't matter. It didn't matter how good I was or what I knew. Same with Linguini, and when he started to cook amazing food. The head chef hated him. I ended up getting ghost fired because I was on my phone because I finished all my tasks early, and he didn't like that. But this movie connected with people, definitely me. The characters were based in reality and had human emotions and frustration, fear, and love. Movies like Onward and Turning Red don't have the same feel to them. You can't connect with the characters, not because of the magic, but because they don't have real emotions. They react spontaneously and goofily, where I just cringe at parts where they try to get deep, because they haven't established a reason to care for them. When Linguini yells at Remy for messing up, you feel it. You understand his frustration, and you can hear he doesn't actually mean it. He's just angry in the moment. The ending is one of the more deserving endings in animation. The critic tries Ratatouille and has a life-changing experience. It made me and many more want to try the creation. All in all, this movie is a classic and deserves high praise. If I was Moist critical, I'd give this 100% a Moist meter.